Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, April 15th, 2025, and I'm here to do a collective read for you. Another reading. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. I'm having a great day. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here. You guys are wonderful. I love you guys so very much. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about at this hour, shall we? For some of you, you might be, I don't know, bumping into and or coming across somebody from your past that you'd rather not see. If that happens, follow your intuition, okay? I just did one read kind of like that. And I went outside, and I was outside. And this is the second time I've seen somebody that I really don't want to see again. I haven't spoken to them, but they're looking at me as if, come talk to me. You know what I mean? Walking past my house, and it's like, nah, I'm good. Thank you. They look like life has been really rough on them since the last time I've seen them. And I don't wonder why. Anyhow, it is what it is. They're not going to get anything from me ever again. So that's the way it is. Let's see what Spirit's going to talk about at this hour. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective for this hour? What would you like to discuss, please? Thank you. The real story. Overarching energy, the true story will come to light. Overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, joint evolution. You and others are going together, supporting each other. So you might be part of a group, friend group, family, somebody in your somebody in the same situation. Maybe you're reaching out for support. I don't know. Support is here. So people are supporting one another in this situation. So you're getting support. That's good. That's good. So yeah, people were fed partial truths, or you were only sharing parts of the truth that benefit oneself. So be careful. I'm masking motives. People are finding out the truth. Some people's true motives begin to surface. What I say about crossing paths. So this has something to do with it, okay? A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone. So they want to clear the air, or say they want to clear the air, but they still have motives behind them. They're still going to give you partial truths, half truths. They're going, I'm going to tell you their story, what happened, okay? But they're under pressure. They've effed up, and people are coming after them, okay? Yeah, exposing lies. The truth will eventually be exposed. Now, this could be somebody that will tell you the truth. I don't know. It could go different ways. Exposing lies as to other people, what they were doing behind your back. It's a circle of drama. I'm picking up somebody who loves drama here. Your social circle is full of dramatic changes. So this person crossed you. They betrayed you, and now they're being double-crossed by this circle. Or the circles found out they were double-crossed by this person. And now somebody wants to spill the beans. I can't make this up. When I came back in the house, and I said to Spirit, because they look really rough. They don't look like the same they did before. I said, that's them, right? Because it's twice I looked at them. And they looked like they were about ready to talk to me, and I looked away. And they said, yeah, that was them. And I told them I want nothing to do with this person, to keep them as far away from me as possible. But they also did say, well, I won't tell you exactly what they said, but I might have to speak to them. So that might have something to do with this too. You don't want to talk to them, but you might have to. But I said to Spirit, if I have to talk to them, I'd rather talk through the police, through the authorities. And we'll see which way it goes for me. But for you, I don't know. We'll see which way it goes. No, you don't want this deck? Okay. I get you. Okay, let's see. The real story. I think you already know the real story. But the real story is not coming out, and they're trying to save their ass, possibly. They compromised a lot of people, hurt a lot of people for their own wicked ways, right? Real story. Okay, thank you. So Spirit said they went along with the scheme. They come and hurt you, take from you, take you out maybe, that other people have put them up to, paid them to do. Okay, outdated, expired, disused, old news, and discarded. So they're being discarded by the group, or the group's feeling, I don't know, somebody was discarded. Now, discarded could also mean you were dealing with a narc, because that's what they do, discard people once they're done using them. It doesn't have to be, just take it for whatever that is. They hate nothing about you. So they came up against you, worked with a group of people against you, but they don't hate you. Does that make sense? It was all for money, for what they can gain. You know, somebody's putting on a show or will be putting on a show. Check yourself. Somebody's checking some information here. Proof possibly, okay? They're in their feels, okay? They're in their feels. Could be somebody that you were in a relationship with. This is a condom. So maybe they're in their feels. They got caught up. I don't know. But somebody put them up to doing something against you that was not cool. Possibly illegal. It's a few things that were happening here. That's what I'm sensing. It wasn't just one thing that they were doing. Definite magic. The real story outdated, or they were doing magic against these people to come up after you. I don't know. Well, that's what they were hired for, to take you out by magic. The real story outdated. Use and abuse you. Sipping. Rumors, gossip, and nosy. So they were spreading rumors, defaming you, slandering you. They really try to hurt you and ruin you. If it is an arc, that's what they do, right? Puzzled, confused, perplexed, and conflicted. That could be you. They left you like that, and or this is them now. They don't know what to do, and or this group they're dealing with. The group's going one way and they're going another. Maybe they're running. I don't know. Intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. They want to be intimate with you. They need some energy. Okay, they need to attach something to you. Shattered, broken nightmares and failures. Yeah, they're failing fast. Narc, I knew it. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. So be very careful. Go the other way if you need to. If they're on the same side of the street, cross the street. Move. Go the other way. Okay? They're going through a period of stagnancy here. They're stuck, dead end, and frozen. Or they want you to they want to stagnate you. Take it for what that is. Piece of shit. Sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. I spilled all my cards. So let's see where we're going to go with this. So somebody is spilling the tea here. Where are we going? So somebody said maybe they're trying to get to you before these other people get to you to tell you the truth. Or before the authorities do. Somebody could be telling tales. Power and control. They want power and control of you again. Damn. Cheater and a cheater. Cheating and cheater. This is somebody that cheated on you in the past. Reactive abuse. Poking you until you lose it, and then they tape record you. So this could have something to do with your family. This could be the love bomber they hired to come after you, wanted to do magic on you, or to take you out physically, over the inheritance. What I tell you. Yeah, they want to settle things with you now because they're annoyed and frustrated. Something to do with identity theft and also mortgage theft, okay? Mortgage fraud. They're under surveillance. Folie à deux means a shared psychotic disorder. It means madness up to. So this person could have had somebody else, another partner, a third party, thought they can do stuff and take from you. Plausible deniability. It's not working, okay? It sounds plausible, but it's not the truth. Or that's what they're going to give you. I had nothing to do with it. I was set up. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're a boss. They want to be a boss. They're confronting a boss. I don't know. You boss don't take back your power. They're feeling lonely right now. They're unemployed. You've healed or healing, or they want your energy to heal. The side piece is still in the picture. Trying to copy you. Copycat. They're hacking or trying to hack your devices. Lots of secrets going on here. They're low self-esteem. Something to do with child or children. Someone's angry. Again, secrets. Full of hate. Someone got fired, or they're trying to get you fired. Okay? Engagement. So they wound up with a third party that was a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They were as well. Okay? What they did to you is being done to them. Okay? You're too intelligent to fall for it again. They're trying to cover something up. These people are lazy. They're facing jail and prison. And they're stalking you. What I tell you. Retaliation and revenge. You're very protected. Okay? Keep it as that. So these people were hired by your family to take you out. To make you look bad. To make you look insane. So they can steal this money. They got a portion of this money, or they were promised a portion of this money, which they're never going to get if they didn't receive anything. What they did receive so far, it's been taken away and then some. Okay? If it's mortgage fraud, because they could have stole your ID, obviously, and got a mortgage, got a credit cards and everything else, don't worry, that'll be straightened up. They're going to jail, okay? They're going to die in jail, I just heard. So the real story, outdated. So they're lies. Their excuses are outdated. Nobody's believing them. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. Nine of Pentacles reversed. This is a financial crime. Rumors, gossip, nosy, power, and control. They're trying to regain power and control over this shit show. Or they wanted the power and control over your family. Maybe they were blackmailing your family for a while. We're going to tell if you don't pay us money. They wanted the whole inheritance or most of it. That could be it too. Somebody was cheating on a cheater, got an STD, claimed you were sleeping around, you were a whore, you had addictions, you're a drunk, you're a loser. Whatever they said. You're a money grubber. Thank you, Spirit. Unreciprocal love. Lots of lies. Misinformation about you. Misleading information. A lot of trauma bonding. They want back in. They want you to go back to the past with them. You don't have any good memories. Your family's behind it for sure. Something to do with loss of children as well. They shouldn't be around children. Okay? Yep. You've seen through the illusions. You broke free and you detached. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. You don't want toxic around you. Maybe they're trying to detach themselves from the situation. They can't bind you. It is what it is. You've healed. You're resting. You're at peace. They're strategizing, contemplating what to do next. They're targeting you again, okay? Trying to lay low here. Seeing if you're watching. They're strategizing. They need to put something to rest with you. I'm picking up if they did steal anything from you, like property or anything like that. Something to do with a business maybe for some of you. And they're going to lose everything. They're going to go to jail. They don't have the proper papers, or they need your signature, or they need you. They're trying to strategize a way to get you to come back into their orbit, to suck some energy from you and more money, and to do their bidding. It's a whole bunch of people involved. There's a lot of fighting here. Conflict, competition, jealousy, drama, strife. Rivalry here. It's nothing but lies. They're all mad and angry with one another. Somebody's very jealous and abusive towards you. They spread lies, rumor, gossip, and slander about you. They were petty and they were cruel. They could be stalking you, whether online or physically. It's the self-sabotage. It is what it is. Yeah. Somebody got hurt. They're going to get hurt. They tried to take you out. Claim that you tried to take them out. I don't know. They want forgiveness now. They have to go into rehab or recovery of some sort. Yeah. They got injured, or they injured the third party. You parted ways with them. They're karmic and you know it. It's their way to the highway. Nah. False contracts, okay? There could be a mortgage or something. False paperwork. It was all one-sided. If they attacked you in any way, it was all one-sided. Poor decision-making, not using their higher wisdom, and they're reaping the consequences. There's no peace or harmony where they are. They're stuck. They wanted to sacrifice you. They're stuck. They're struggling. They don't want to let go. They don't want to look at things from a different perspective. They can't overcome this. Somebody's waiting. So if there's a third party still in the picture, they're in the background waiting. Okay? Just so you know. Yes, fall from grace. Somebody's drinking a lot, partying a lot. Claimed you were. They could have wasted their whole life partying too much. Wasting their time. Somebody's very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know it all to show off. Okay, this is not wish fulfillment. It's a fall from grace. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. They don't want you to ignore them anymore. You know your value and your worth. You let them go for a good reason. And you hurt their pride and their ego because you let them go before they were ready to let you go and discard you. And they're holding a grudge, and they've been holding a grudge for a long time. How could they let you go so easily? Says the narc. Well, quite easily, thank you. They don't want anybody to be illuminated to what they've done here. And that's just too bad, because they're going to lose everything. Their wishes will not be granted. Their wishes won't be granted, okay? End of. Lovers in reverse, hangman in the upright, nine of cups in reverse. Could be drinking a lot. Yeah, wasting time drinking. Unrequited love, something to do with loss of children, loss of trauma bonding. You're not going back to the past. It's not wish fulfillment. You're not the person you used to be. I mean, you still are, but you woke up. And they gave out false information about you. There's no going back. Yeah, this was fraud, theft. They're hurting for money. This is unfair, not equally yoked. They used and abused you, treated you horribly. It is what it is. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, not stoic, not wearing your heart on your sleeve. Highly intuitive and psychic. King of Cups in the upright. They can't pay, or they're not going to get paid for this job that they did or tried to do but didn't accomplish. Can't do business anymore with these people. Bad investment. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles reverse, okay? Whatever monies they got, they wasted, they lost. They have to relocate. They can't go any further. It's the end of the road. All this forgery, fraud, bullshit is all coming to an end here. Yeah, and then they're scared. Strength in reverse. They lost control of the situation. They lost control of themselves. They're going to be sat down and humbled here. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They cannot control you. They lost power. They lost control. They want to reinstate it. Yeah, it's not going to happen. They don't have proof or evidence to bring to court and or to the institutions that they're dealing with. They don't have all they need. Let's put it that way. They're going to lose everything, and they're scared. Plus, go to jail. Yeah, blocked. They're being blocked. They're fighting. Maybe they're very defensive. You're standing your ground. You're divinely protected. Blocked from this money. Blocked from family. From this inheritance. They're trying to block you. They took part in this, okay? Trying to steal this inheritance from you. Maybe, because they want to get back into your good graces, they stood up for you against their family. Because they want to move forward towards you. But you're moving forward. This is universally driven. They have to take accountability here. You overcame everything they tried to do. You persevered. You're moving forward. You're in control of your own life. You took the initiative and you moved. You made a move. And a good one. You know, you have direction. You have structure. You have discipline in your world. They have to take accountability. Yeah, they want to come back towards you. It's a losing proposition right now. They want you to come back. This could be your family or this group coming towards you quick. So they want to beat them towards you. Beat them before they get to you. And, you know, make them look worse than they can make themselves look worse. I mean, they're all looking bad, but they want to throw the other ones under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Under the carriage. They're refusing to move on. They're very emotionally invested in whatever this is. Or thought you were, but you moved on. Yeah, they want to come back into a partnership with you. And apologize. Mea culpa. Right? They want to look as innocent as possible. But now the King of Cups is in reverse. So this is them. They're going to be drinking to come towards you to apologize. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. But this is somebody that's very malicious, ruthless, cruel, careless, emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. Possibly dangerous. So be careful. They could have done something. They partnered up with a child or a younger person. And they're trying to hide this. They're holding back from you. They're greedy and selfish. They don't want to let go of you. You're stable and secure, by the way. Yeah, they want to come towards you. Offer you friendship or love. Or act like they support you. Or they want you to support them. You're closed off to them. They're scared. You intimidate them for sure. They don't want to open up towards you, but they know they're going to have to if they come towards you. But will it be lies? Let me see. Are they still acting like a child? Let me see. They could have partnered up with a child in your family or a younger person in your family. They know you're innocent. They claim they're innocent. I don't know. They're going to claim that, oh, we're soulmates. And soulmates could be family, friend, love, and or business. I'm sorry, I just didn't realize we were soulmates before. Manipulative, right? They want to keep what they stole from you. Keep the story going. Hold back, right? Keep their version of the story going. Yeah, they don't want to let go of whatever they stole from you or what they gained from you. So they don't want to let go what doesn't serve. They don't foresee a future with you. They know you don't see a future with them. Their plans are falling apart and they're not prepared for this. They don't want to move. Well, that's just too bad. This is still somebody that's non-committal but don't want to be alone. Yeah. 3-3. You healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise for you. They didn't foresee this. So if they hypothetically stole a home and they can't pay the taxes on it, but the home is under your name, you find out about it, you pay the taxes on it, that home is yours free and clear. You sell it, you got money. It's a profit. They get nothing. They were talking bad shit about you. Yeah, they were willing to do whatever it takes to win. They're all taking on losses now. This is born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Willing to do whatever it takes. So they're going to apologize here. But this is not coming from a loving place here, okay? They're heartless and they're cruel. They want your energy. They want to drain you, okay? They don't want you having new beginnings. They don't want... This person doesn't love themselves, let alone you. This is not coming from a place of love, okay? Somebody's behind them, not looking too proud of themselves right now. Maybe friend, family, I don't know. Could be anybody. You don't love them anymore. You don't feel the same way. It's all lies. Yeah, lying, cheating, stealing. This is a strategy they've concocted. They come up with to escape this situation because you could be the one that got away. Yeah, they still have obsessions, addictions. They're going to extremes, inappropriate behavior. This could be a fallen angel. But there will be no reconciling here. No conflict resolution. They can't find a way to bring this to an end, a happy end for them. It's destruction for them, okay? Yep. Because you know your value and your worth. They think they still have an option with you. They don't want you ignoring them anymore. They might come towards you offering you a drink or, you know, something, get high or something. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nothing good will come of it. Okay? Yeah, they're doing magic. Magician reverse yet again. They could said you were crazy and you had addictions like your family wanted them to say, right? Yeah, this is a tower. They're facing a tower right now. They're not happy. They're sick. They were doing stuff in the dark. They don't want this getting out. They're trying to hide and cloak whatever they've done. Their part in it. They don't want to be alone. They stole money. They were an opportunist. Okay, they're in debt. They try to put you into debt. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They're not getting paid. They thought you were naive. They're feeling sorry for themselves, regretting something. They ignored the hints from the divine to not do this. Okay, rejected, abandoned. You're not talking to them. You're ignoring them. You're using your intuition. You're highly intuitive, very wise. You could be a reader, don't have to be. But you do have a direct connection with Source. And there's been nothing but secrets here. Secret keeping. You're standing in your power. You go your own way, male or female. Okay, you're unafraid. You're bold. You're carefree. And you're confident. You're a creator. You're a leader. And you're being divinely protected here. You're attracting what does belong to you, okay? What should belong to you. I mean, imagine standing there with all these bulls, these steers behind you, somebody coming up, the opposite, trying to oppose you when you have all these steers behind you. Yeah, no. They can't move you. So whatever decision you made about the situation, they can't move you. You have authority in your hand here. You haven't spoken to this person in a long time. It kind of looks like a phone, like the divine's holding out a phone. Take the call. Somebody's calling you like, nah, I don't want to talk to this piece of shit. Could be a swinger you were with. Any port and any stern, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why they ignored you. You didn't come packaged the way they wanted. You didn't act the way they wanted. You didn't sleep with every Tom, Dick, and Scary. You know what I'm saying? Like them. That's who they went to. The third parties that would sleep with anything, do anything. You know what I mean? They put more important on that, you know? Low life, low level people. Okay. Yeah, they're getting some karma. They want you to go back into another karmic cycle with them. That's not going to happen. It could be lifetimes, by the way. And this is your chance to break it once and for all. They're getting karma, some sort of an attack. Could be somebody on a motorcycle as well. You might have to call the police. Fast communication or action here. Somebody's dead set on coming towards you. Yeah, they're unfaithful. They can't be trusted. They're really irresponsible and immature. They're lazy. I don't know. They can't stall you any longer. You made your decision. You're moving forward. They could have went to the crossroads. Watching you from afar. They can't block you. They were making plans or something like that. They're not getting paid, so somebody got angry. They chose the path they're on. You chose the path you're on. If they chose the wrong path, that's not your problem. Yeah, they chose the third parties. You know what I'm saying? Now they want to reconcile with you. They broke the law as a warlock. They're involved in corruption. A group of people. You're stable and secure. They committed some crime against you. You're stable and secure. Male or female, you know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're hardworking, abundant, generous, very independent, stable and secure, creative, down to earth. Yeah, you have high intuition. You know that they were hiding secrets from you or trying to hide you for some reason. They're in their emotions, parting ways, grieving and regretting what they've done here because they're stuck and they can't move on and they're in trouble. They're trying to block some sort of communication or trying to block you from moving forward in life. Well, that's their problem. They don't want you moving on. Well, that's their problem. If they fucked around with corruption, you know, nefarious organized crimes and stuff like that, they might be going. They don't want to go. Yeah, they went towards a doppelganger, or this is wanting, having power and control, like it said here, of you, wanting you to sacrifice everything for them. This could also, your family wanted to have a power of attorney over you. And that would solve all their problems if they had power and control over you. This is getting too heavy. They have to drop this. This could be a doppelganger too. They'd be going to jail. They're stuck in their head. This is self-imposed, restricted. Justice is here. They're going to jail. And they know it. They know it's coming. You have no burdens. You will not give of yourself to this person ever again. Allow them to wreak havoc in your life? No way. Or their third parties. Or your family. Okay? Yep, they're unstable here. They want to make you look unstable. They can't play games with you anymore. They're worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're in debt. They're very burdened. They got an STD, or they claimed you did. Trying to blame an STD on you to make you look unstable, to destabilize you, to disgrace you. What if you don't have an STD and you never did? They need some proof. They were supposed to kill you with an STD or something like that? Yeah, they're exposed. Public humiliation. They were on the down low all along. They had multiple options. Okay, they claimed you did. It's all exposed now. It's all illusions. Law and order, doctor, Archangel Michael stepping in. They're going to have to let this go. They want you to vibe low. No, ain't going to happen. They're angry. So somebody with authority stepping in, they know the truth. They spoke the truth. Somebody with a higher perception here. Yes, death. Doctor telling them they're going. Maybe that's why they look so rough. They tried to cause your death, or they are going now. Okay? It's the end of a cycle. There's a dark cloud hanging over their head. You are the phoenix rising. They wanted your death to make money, for somebody else to make money off of you. Or this could be you. You're still stable and secure. Okay? Male or female. Successful. Generous. This could be somebody at the back that was paying these people or this person to do this to you. Yeah, it's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. You could be online as well. There's been no communication. There's bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hit hands. They felt entitled, and they were drama starters. They want a life of luxury off your back. This was a financial crime. They're hurting for money here. They're greedy and selfish, unstable and insecure. They didn't want you having love, friendship, or support, or they're not. They have no support here. This is the love bomber that came towards you. They got employed to come towards you. They were doing spell work on you. They were having casual hookups everywhere. If they do come towards you, they're lying. They're not single, okay? Yeah, so somebody's jealous, lazy. I keep saying that the last 2 days. Vindictive, vile, spiteful, bitter, and hateful. Very jealous. Somebody else? Could be somebody else. Now, maybe they know you won't be supporting them. You don't even want to be friends. You're ice cold towards them, possibly. It doesn't have to be all these nasty things. But yeah, you're mad. I wouldn't blame you. You're transmuting everything. You consciously know what's going on. You're manifesting something new. You're going to be taking some action. Or this could be somebody else in the background that is mad now. And they're going to be taking some action. Poor judgment. No second chances. They're getting some karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They do not want to be blamed. They don't want to take accountability for what they've done, for misjudging you, for lying about you, for passing harsh judgment on you, everything they've done and everything they are. Or if it's in a court of law, they have no choice. They want to take some action because in a court of law, they're going to be found liable for whatever this is. Judgment's going to go against them. They're going to have to let go, give up here. They're angry. Because you're still emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Highly intuitive and psychic. And they try to scapegoat you. The family's going down. You're going to be quite happy here. You showed nothing but love. Male or female, doesn't matter. They try to scapegoat you for an STD or trying to block you. Your family's trying to block them or block you. Or they're being blocked by a family. Yeah, ending a third-party situation, collaboration, a false contract. To try to pass off that you're a bad person, you're lazy, disrespectful, you're not serious about life, nothing, you can't grow anything, you're lazy. It's fast communication, fast action, and or travel. This is typically good news. 8 of Wands. People are talking. People, see that big waterfall? Somebody's in their emotions. Large. That's not wish fulfillment. They're sick. They're injured. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. They have no spiritual protection. Have no faith. Or people have no faith in this person. They're losing hope. They don't want this getting out. Yeah, losing hope that they're the divine masculine. Or this could be you. You bossed up and took back your power. You have authority, or somebody else with authority is coming in. This could be a father, boss, or a leader. This could be you, or divine masculine, feminine, woman or man, it doesn't matter. Somebody that's established. They make the right decisions for everyone involved. It could be you or someone else, or they wanted to be a divine masculine. They could have found out. I don't know. Got an STD. Trying to block, or divine masculine, or this emperor is blocking them. No new beginnings. They don't want you having new beginnings. They want control of you. They're trying to hold you back. Somebody forged your signature. They don't want you to take action. That's what it is. They're holding back. They're combative. So somebody's maybe holding them back from you because they're very combative and very disrespectful and argumentative and possibly dangerous. A hothead, a poser here, okay? Somebody was just posing as an emperor. As your emperor, as your divine masculine, coming in to give you an STD. It's all because of greed, corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority, spendthrifts, right? Money motivated. Now they're out in the cold, out of lack and loss, heading towards poverty. They bore false witness. Maybe they went to court for your family and they perjured themselves. They could have lost a child. They took a huge gamble and they're in debt, okay? They lost. No new beginnings. Didn't take a practical approach. They can't make any payments. No new beginnings here. They're very childish, irresponsible, and immature. Bad financial news. Somebody bit off more than they could chew. It's a bunch of men, it seems. Could be females, too. This is a warlock. This is divination abuse as well. So this person could have been a warlock and swore up and down they knew what they were doing. They bit off more than they can chew. This is all ego, arrogance, you know, pride. It's a coward way down deep inside. They don't do the, yeah, they lost their job. Whatever they did, it didn't work. They're angry. Oh, well. Have a Snickers. Yeah, losing the home. They stole a home. They wanted you unstable. The party's over. Losing their business. They lied. There's been no truth or clarity. There's been no communication. Yep, they're blocked. Blocking communication here. They don't know what to do. They're like the victim now. They lied to you. Thought you didn't know. You did fucking know. You got through this, not by sight and sound, but by your intuition here, okay? You're at peace. They took a lot of pot shots at you. All you need to do is take one arrow and you take the whole group down. Congratulations. You're ignoring them. You won't talk to them. They're losing their home, their stability, their marbles maybe. You know they're non-committal. You know they're not your twin flame. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Your stories. Sorry, but I'm feeling it. So the real story's coming out. Everybody's seeing the real story. They're going to have to see in court. Joint evolution. So maybe there's people surrounding and supporting this person. They're all bailing. Their support system's bailing, and or now they want to support you. Oh my God, this is divine feminist. Get back in their energy. Yeah, okay. Whatever. It's up to you what you do with it, okay? So I hate nothing about you. So why all the fuck shit? Outdated, expired, disused, old news, and discarded. So they're being discarded. The narcs being discarded by other narcs. Good. Okay. Could be a family of narcs. I know my family is. Puzzled. Wow. Confused, perplexed, and conflicted. Sipping. Rumors, gossip, and nosy. So now they're puzzled here because they listened to the gossip. They listened to the stories, and they were all false. Oh my God, scratch my head, grasp my pearls. Oh my God. What a mess. Cheating and cheater. They wanted power and control. Maybe all these floozies or dudes threw themselves at them because, any port in any storm, doesn't matter if they're male or female. Made them feel like quite the man or quite the woman. It was all a ploy. So the player got played. A few players got played. At the end, they were all laughing at you. You're going to have the greatest laugh. So I really do suspect that it all blew up in everybody's faces. The different groups involved, they all got played. And at the end, you're walking away with everything and then some. Congratulations, your inheritance, this business or this home or these homes, everything. And plus, you're going to be suing people for defamation, and maybe getting money to write books and stuff because this might hit the news. It's going to be pretty good for you. So you're going to be walking away, and they're feeling some kind of way about it. Oh my God, were we set up from the get-go? Well, I think the divine did set them up from the get-go, and I think you knew about it. You just didn't know how it was going to work, the intricate parts, but you knew the end results. Like in my situation, I was told I was going to get my money and then some, but I was going to lose my family. So it is what it is, right? I had to learn to accept that. Radical acceptance. They didn't care about me. It is what it is, and that's what I'm picking up here. Let's see who's involved, just for fun. Now remember, you might not get this inheritance. Maybe they spent the money already, but the divine will find a way to get you that money and then some from different sources. Okay, so don't cry over spilt milk. Sometimes for some of you, the money's been cursed by your ancestors, so you don't want that money anyway. You know what I'm saying, right? So they can't say, well, you wouldn't have this money if it wasn't for us, the family. You know what I'm saying, right? You're going to make that money on your own if you don't get the money from, the inheritance. It could go different ways. I'm just giving you an example as to how wildly left this could go on these people. It's quite funny, actually. Let's see let's describe these people, these vultures, shall we? Spirit, what else can you tell us about these people? We have younger than you. Someone with a beard, or they have a beard. Maybe they're still on the down low, not wanting to tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? You could have been their beard. Gray, white hair. Curly hair. Oval face. Older than you. That's bookends. Huh? Red attire. Powerful. You or them. Or they think they're powerful. You have hazel eyes. You or them. Man. Medium hair, busty chest, very young, European, Australian, makeup. Now men wear makeup too nowadays, just know that. Round face, pregnant, practitioner. I knew, like a long time ago I was picking up somebody that was pregnant doing spell work while they were pregnant. Dumb, 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 dumb. I think they found out. They found out exactly how dumb that was. Or they got this spell work to get pregnant, even dumber. So sharp face and skinny and facial hair and white clothing. It's going to be you or them. Okay? And let's see. Angels, how would you like to end this? Okay, we'll get the personalities now. Why not? And then we'll end it. I hope you're having a great day. What are we getting in this, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the baby. In your relationship, you probably think it's cute, even sweet, that your date takes such care of his or her mother. Yeah, well, maybe their mother is their handler for some of you. For some of them, I should say. Their mother was the one that really fucked them up since childhood. Neat freak. They can detect the differences between the scent of cleanliness and that of filth masked by Febreze within seconds. Oh, I was picking up the last 2 days, was it? Somebody really has a smell and they're overdoing it with cologne and perfume, so that could have something to do with it, or their home, okay? Just cover it up. Yeah, it doesn't, you just cover up the smell. The spiritual, no matter the situation or the exact emotion you might be experiencing, your partner knows and understands exactly what's going on. Take that for whatever that is. That could have been you while you were with this person, even beyond then. You know what they're up to. Hopeless romantic. Against all odds, this person loves love and thinks of it as a blissful experience, even when it's not. So there, you got a person that, I don't know. Maybe that's what they want you to be. Just take their shit and just think you're living in bliss, right? Instead of shit. The overthinker, CEO of jumping to conclusions. Boy, I know a lot of people like that. The jokester. You will never feel bored once you start dating a funny person. Maybe they are funny, maybe you are. The concealer. It makes up for their appearance, right? So, I'm not saying you, I'm saying them. The concealer, conceptualization and specialist. So they're good at concealing lots. The gel pack. Dating someone who is hot and cold just makes you feel bad about yourself. So it sounds like a narc. That's what narcissists do. 1 minute they bring you up. You feel so great. You feel so loved. The next minute, boom. Just when you're in the middle of that highness, boom. They shoot you down, insult you, hurt you. Right? And they get off on it. The influencer. This could be you or somebody else. Just place it where it belongs. Dating these archetypes may be somewhat uncomfortable as well as frustrating, as they are spending too much time entertaining other things except for the connection. Sounds like an arc. Everybody else is better than you, right? B, the BPD, the manager of unpredictable behaviors. Swinger. It is what it is. The mood swings, the swinger. You're too matured for this. They're heartbroken. They broke their own heart. Okay? They're clingy, or they're with clingy people. Commitment phobe. The real deal. You are the real deal. And now they want to haggle with you, negotiate with you. The victim. Wow. And the player. What a story right there. The cards speak for themselves. So congratulations. I can't tell you what to do, but please, please, please be careful with this person. They do not mean you well. They have not changed. Even if they're going to claim they did change and they're putting on an act, it's easy to put on an act for 5-10 minutes, even for an hour. You can't, I'm telling you, they haven't changed, okay? They're trying to save their ass. I love you, and until next time, take care.